Welcome back, guys, to round 2, race 3 of the Project Cars 2 Variety Championship. We're at Daytona, it's night time, it's NASCARs, we're getting ready to go. Cyrex is on pole, keep second, and off we go. Lights out. Everyone away well. Jam up to the outside of Flapper, and Flapper makes contact with him, and Flapper's in the wall, grinding the wall. So they're going to rejoin further back. We'll get some replays after this first lap. As we go round the first banked corner, we've got Stevie closing up to Cyrex. As, oh no, Keith's in the wall after that close qualifying, and TY says thank you much, I'll take you all. Round the outside goes TY, everyone's streaming through. As we go down, oh god, the two Team Black cars take each other off in the background, no! Both cars off, Neil airborne, Keith backwards. Oh dear, so Team Black self-destruct their race. As Bidster's coming past Blaney, now Blaney makes contact with Bidster, and Bidster's off, he's trying to recover it. Has he got it, has he got it, has he got it? No! Into the wall, round he goes. Bidster hits the wall, goes round, waits for Neil to come through and rejoins. He's going to be at the back because here come Jamo and Keith coming through in the background. So is that, yeah, Jamo and Flapper, sorry, and then Keith's a lot further back, so Jamo and Flapper go through. So lucky there as we rejoin the leaders. Here we go on board with Jamo at the start of the race. See what happens with him and Flying Flapper. He tries to go around the outside. Flapper's in the middle of the car. He's inside. Flapper comes across. The other car comes across, and then Jamo has nowhere to go. Flapper still making contact, and then he slows down, lets Flapper recover, and eventually, come on, Flapper, there's a gear in there somewhere, and there we get on with it. He's on board with Flapper to see what happened. So we look in his mirror. There's Jamo coming to the right of us there, you can see, and then we drift over. Didn't realise Jamo's there. And we were scraping against the wall. There's Jamo's car. You see in the mirror. And we eventually find a gear and get going. Interview from Neil at the start of the race. Look at the right hand side, Flapper and Jamo. Flapper comes across, Jamo's there, and then nowhere to go. And then they take each other for a little ride along the wall. He's on board with Keith on the first lap. He's on the outside, Cyrex there on the inside. And we just move across there and just tap the wall. We're on the wall now, we're not in control. Across the other side, Blakeney looking to miss us on the left-hand side. Now looking at his mirror. There comes Neil. We move out of his way. Neil comes across. And then bang! They take each other off. Neil hits the wall in. And bang! Keith hits the wall there as well. Backwards. And then has to recover. Unlucky there for Keith. There's on board with Neil. Having a look at what happened with him. And Keith, so you see Keith there. He's come off the wall. He's recovering. Both Team White cars avoid him. Keith comes round. Neil hits the wall. And then the avoidance. Because you saw Keith moving to the right, and then bang, off we go into the air and recover, keep the car straight, try and recover towards the oval. Good car control, use the banking to recover, and off we go. Okay, here's what happened to the Team White cars on the first lap. Just from the outside view, we're looking at Blakeney. So you can see here, he makes contact with his Cyrex into the wall. James hits him, and Bidster very looking to avoid him there. And Bidster goes low to avoid Blakeney, but then as Blakeney recovers, because down to the side, and bang! Nothing Bidster can do about that, and then Jay Houston again very lucky to avoid the spinning Bidster. And here's that incident on board with Bidster this time. As we come through, see the contact there, Blakeney's on the wall, Jay Houston, oh, we just avoid Jay Houston there. We go to the inside to make sure we get away from Blakeney, and then Blakeney comes across, bang, we hit, we're trying to recover, no way to recover that. And around we go, and luckily no one else there. Look, there's Neil coming through, and then we recover in 7th place. Here's the angle on board with Jay Houston, so you'll see Blakeney goes through there, and you'll see him come across, contact with Cyrex, into the wall, nothing we can do, bang! And off we go, and then we'll see the Team White cars there, Blakeney comes across, bang, takes Bidster off into the wall, Bidster spins round, and we just avoid him. Close call there for Jay Houston. TY in the lead. We'll get a replay on that Bidster incident, by the way. So as we rejoin the leaders, Cyrex and TY side by side round the second corner. They've left Stevie in the dust. It's these two side by side. Cyrex the new guy, TY the veteran, as we go down the start-finish straight. So they're still side by side, trying to see who can get the best line and the best speed out the corner. They're still side by side. Cyrex using the banking to effective, and he's around the outside, but TY's going to have the shorter run. But Cyrex will be able to keep up more speed, so TY takes the lead into the corner. Cyrex will try and get the speed out onto the straight. TY can do nothing about it. Here we go. Here comes the slingshot. Cyrex comes through. As further back, we've got Jay Houston and Blakeney close to each other as well. So Jay Houston and Blakeney close on track. As we go into turn 2. Stevie ahead. Jay Houston with Blakeney in the draft. Blakeney's still drafting him. Meanwhile, Cyrex is ahead of TY now, so TY's had to bail behind Cyrex. So these three battling for third place. Stevie, Jay Houston, Blakeney. Close as that. Houston goes to the inside and he's going to try and take Stevie. There he goes. Stevie goes wide and he's grinding the wall. He's in the wall. Once you're in the wall, you can't get off it until you get on to the next corner because of the rankings. So Jay Houston goes ahead. Blakeney looking to avenge Bidster, even though it was him that took him out, trying to get more points for Team White. Not intentional, but both Team White and Team Black taking each other out of contention. Apart from Blakeney, Blakeney managed to hold his and keep his going because he didn't have as much contact as he did with Bidster. So Bidster came off worse. Bidster took the massive end of the impact, whereas Blakeney, it was just a tap from his end that sent Bidster off. So Blakeney continues in 4th place, harassing Jay Houston now. TY and Cyrex still within drafting range of each other. Cyrex is in the lead at the moment, TY following suit. Everyone will have a numb right foot after this race because it's just full throttle all the way around. It's all about trying not to lose time, trying to keep the car as smooth and as fast as possible. And I don't know how the hell TY is doing that on a controller, but he's doing it as Cyrex goes through out of turn number 2. Down the start finish line, TY in the draft. TY will catch up in a little bit. Whereas now Blakeney's passing Jay Houston around the outside. So Blakeney got the run on Jay Houston on that one. Blakeney up to 3rd. Jay Houston down to 4th. Meanwhile, further back, Keith is unlucky. He's 39 seconds back, Keith, so unlucky for him. Bidster's in 9th after being wiped out. Flapper in 8th place for Team Blue. Neil 7th, Team Black. Jamo, Team Green, 6th place. Stevie on his own in 5th, probably having a nice boring race. And Jay Houston in 4th place, right behind Blakeney. This is not boring. Not by any standards. 2 cars close together at 180 miles an hour. I only say boring for Stevie because he's on his own. He's got no one around to draft him, so he's all alone. But everyone else is in a group. There's Blakeney and Jay Houston now, close as you like, over the line. They're actually catching up to TY and Cyrex ever so slowly, but they are. So going around the first corner, Jay Houston still applying the pressure on Blakeney now. Still close behind. As they come out of turn 2, down the back straight, building up to 187 miles an hour. Almost 190 miles an hour as they get to the end. Into turn 2, flat. Got to be a good line. Jay Houston's bump drafting him right behind him. It's all about who's going to use the right line at the right time for the end of the race. But Jay Houston goes now to the inside. Blakeney covers it off. No, he's going to have to try that other side. Blakeney running his own line. Jay Houston's got to adapt behind. TY and Cyrex just close together now. TY is close right up to Cyrex as Blakeney and Jay Houston go side by side in the background. When they come, there we go. Blakeney on the inside, Jay Houston on the outside. Blakeney white, Jay Houston yellow. As they exit that corner, side by side. Houston uses the run of the oval to get alongside, side by side. Meanwhile, the leaders are side by side. Cyrex and TY. Cyrex outside, TY inside. TY takes position on the inside. Will Cyrex be able to use the slingshot off the oval as it comes down? You'll see there he goes. He closes right up to TY. But he's not using the draft. He's trying to just let the car go in normal air, then now use the draft and get close. It's all about timing the draft to good time. To go through turn 1 side by side, TY on the inside. Blakeney still ahead of Jay Houston. Jay Houston going wide. Blakeney keeping them in the middle of the road. TY still ahead of Cyrex. Cyrex with a decent run though, so don't count anything out yet. We're almost halfway through this race. As they go round turn 2, TY hugging the inside, likes that inside line. Cyrex likes the outside line. as we go around turn 2. Jay Houston and Blakeney still side by side. Blakeney on the inside, Jay Houston on the outside. Oh, close as the exit. Got to be careful to try and straighten up the car. Blakeney and Jay Houston still side by side. Cyrex and TY still side by side. Brilliant racing. TY on the inside. They've practically been side by side for about 2 laps now. Same with Blakeney and Jay Houston in the background. As oh, Jay Houston's in the wall. Jay Houston's in the wall. Blakeney gets a breath of fresh air. So Blakeney gets the pressure lifted off his shoulders. Meanwhile, Cyrex and TY are trying to apply the pressure on each other's shoulders as they go around turn 2. Cyrex closing up. Again, not going for the draft. Trying to keep the car in its own clean air. And then go down into the draft now. Get the draft for the second corner. Try and get a good run. But again, he's tried this the lap before and it didn't work. He's got to try to get TY off the inside line. So I don't think the outside line in the long run's going to work. As Blakeney, there he goes in 3rd place. Jay Houston in 4th. Meanwhile, further back, Bidster's recovering now. He's catching Jamo up. So Bidster's recovered quite well there, as Cyrex still side by side with TY. They've almost been side by side for the whole race. And I think they're going to continue to do so. Because unless Cyrex can get TY off that inside line, nothing's going to work. As again, he goes wide, not in the draft. If that were me now, I'd be backing off and get right behind TY and try and force him into a mistake. As they come across and almost make contact. So close there to disaster. As they come down towards turn 1, past the pit exit. Cyrex using that high banking. This time he might be able to get him though, because he's closer than he was the last couple of laps, and he'll be able to use his going really high on that banking to get a good run at. TY uses the yellow bit because it's just makes a little mistake, and Cyrex goes through. Cyrex in the lead now, in control of this race from TY in 2nd position. Meanwhile, Neil and Flapper are quite close. There we are. Flapper closing up to the back of Neil now. Neil recovering after being, after the 2 teammates made contact at the start of the race. Flapper looking for a way around. He's going to look up the inside into this corner. They're going to go side by side into this corner. Flapper and Neil. Neil goes wide. Flapper goes through. So Flapper through into 6th place. As again, the leaders are side by side, but now Cyrex can use that inside line that TY was using and keeps the position. TY's got to go at another 0.2 of a mile further. Yes, it is that much because it's along the way around, as TY now eventually goes back to the inside. Cyrex has left it open, so TY goes up the inside and he's going to get the position, I think, unless Cyrex can do what he was doing a few laps before and keep around the outside. We'll keep an eye on this battle because it looks like the best battle on track at the moment as they come drafting down the straight. TY hugs the inside. Cyrex will tuck in. Now Cyrex will go to the right. There we go. It's like we've been here before. As we go down towards turn 1. They're catching up to a back marker now though, Keith. So this could be a game changer if they get close to him near the end of the race. Still side by side as they go around turn 1. And as they go onto the exit, Cyrex with a decent run. As we go back to watch Neil and Flapper around turn 1 now. So there goes Neil and Flapper, still close together, having a very good race here. After Flapper getting took out at first, well, not took out, just a racing incident, and Neil unfortunately tangling with his teammate Flapper up the inside now, as TY and Cyrex are still still more or less side by side coming across the line. Cyrex tucks in just behind, I think, or is he alongside enough this time? He's actually alongside enough, so he might be able to get it done this time. Cyrex is in the lead now, but only just because TY will have the inside line. Shorter way round. Still as close as you like. Meanwhile, Flapper's ahead of Neil now by a couple of tenths, so Neil's decided to slot back in behind Flapper. As Bidster's closing up to the back of Jamo now. That'll be a good battle to watch near the end of the race as well, but we'll keep an eye on these leaders. As you can see, Keith just going through shot there. He's about half a corner ahead. And at the rate these two are drafting each other, they'll be up behind him in no time. Again, TY hugs the inside. No way through for Cyrex. There's flying Flapper there with Neil alongside. Neil on the inside, Flapper on the outside. Good racing between these two. Flapper gets in the draft, He's going to try and go to the inside. Neil's going to have to cover it off. There we go, he covers it off. Meanwhile, leaders still side by side. They've practically been side by side more in this race than they have been on the in line. It's been side by side more than they have been in line. It's incredible. Cyrex backs off though. Cyrex backs off. I wonder if this is a strategy. Use the draft to try and catch up again. Or unless he had to try and lift or something, I don't know. Might have had a little twitch into the corner. We don't know. But Neil and Flying Flapper are still side by side. You'll see Flapper's car in a minute. There it is. On the outside, going high. But again, Flapper's in the wall. Too high. Went into the wall. Neil takes advantage and he'll have more overspeed as well. Flapper's got to try and get his foot down now and get back in that draft before the race is over. Meanwhile, there he is, Bidster closing up on the back of Jamo, trying to get better than 9th, trying to get some more points in for his championship. Doesn't look like his championship causes any good at all. TY still side by side with Cyrex. Cyrex loves that outside line, TY loves that inside line. But again, we're not seeing any major progress made by any of them, but it is a good battle to watch. TY goes to the inside again, hugs that yellow line. Cyrex will hopefully not go to the outside this time and try something new, but he doesn't. He goes wide, but then again, Keith's wide as well, so he's trying to get a little draft off Keith now as well. So good strategy there by Cyrex as it goes alongside. Again, TY with the shorter route round will get slightly ahead on the inside. Then Cyrex will get the run off the oval. There he goes, and through into the lead he goes. I think, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? The gap's coming down and down, and he's got the draft with Keith as well. We've only got one more lap left in this race after when they cross the line this time. Oh, so close to contact there. Very close. As Jamo and Bidster are close behind as well. Cyrex gets a good run off the oval this time. TY hugs that inside line. 1 lap to go. White flag. As Bidster behind Jamo now looking for a way through as well. We'll go back to that nearer the end of the race. Cyrex and TY again side by side as they have been more or less all race. Really close side by side now. Keith might have a role in this, because if one of them get a draft off his car, then it's going to be game over for the other one. As TY slightly ahead. Cyrex sticking to that outside line, relying on that draft from Keith as well, not letting TY anywhere near it as they come round the last corner. It's going to be so close, and it is so close. You couldn't even throw a sheet over both of them. So close. As they come down towards the line now, it's anyone's guess. 0.02 of a second apart. They really are side by side. And it's just Cyrex from TY. 0.06 of a second. Fantastic race. Blake Neaty in 3rd for Team White. Jay Houston 4th. Stevie 5th. Neil 6th. Flying Flapper 7th. Jamo and Bidster still aren't finished though. Keith is going to be last in 10th place. But Jamo forces Bidster off the yellow line and then tries to go around. But no, Jamo's going to be 8th. Bidster 9th. Good race by them two. Good recovery by Bidster to actually get near Jamo. But there's your winner by 0.02 of a second, Cyrex. So well done. Cyrex takes the lead in the championship also. So we'll see you guys next time. Take care.